Hi, my name is Tawana Haynes, and today we're going to be using CodeApp to investigate data involving roller coasters. Some high school Common Core standards we're going to be taking a look at are representing data with plots on the real number line, using statistics appropriate to the shape of the data distribution to compare center and spread of two or more different data sets. We're going to also be interpreting differences in shape, center, and spread in the context of the data sets, accounting for possible effects of outliers. So some investigative questions we're going to take a look at are there any differences between the top speed of older, newer, or more recent roller coasters? And then we're going to explain why this is so. Does the type of material make a difference in speed? If you were going to ride a roller coaster that was built before 1980, what would you expect for a typical top speed? What about if you were riding a newer roller coaster? After we've done with that, we're going to collect data for a different roller coaster that is not in our data table, and we're going to create a new row in the data table. And then we'll answer, how does this new case fit within the analysis you did? Does this new case change any claims or inferences you will make based on your analysis? So now we're going to take a look at our CodeApp. And here we have 157 cases for our roller coasters. And over here we have each roller coaster separated into older, recent, and newer roller coasters. This is a hierarchy. Here we have our attributes. And our attributes are separated into categorical and quantitative attributes. Here we have categorical attributes, which is type, and some of our quantitative attributes will be top speed, maximum height, and all the ones that have numerical values. But we're only going to take a look at a few of these attributes so we can answer our investigative questions. So to start with the first one, we're going to take it first, drag top speed over onto the x-axis. And taking a look at our top speed for our roller coasters, we're going to look and see where do most of my data fall. So from 50 looks like up to 65 looks like where most of my data falls. But if we want to check to see if we are accurate, we can click on box plot, and also we can click on mean. And looking at our box plot, it says 50 to 66. So my assumption was very accurate. All right, so if we're looking at the mean says 58.64% of our data falls here. So next we're going to look at whether our older, recent, or newer roller coasters, is there a difference between their top speeds? So where I want to place this, I'm going to place this on the y-axis. And if you notice, it's separated into the older, the recent, and the newest. So taking a look at the older roller coasters, we have 45 to 55 is our range. And recent, we have 50 to 65. And our newest ones, roller coasters, are 55.25 up to 75.75. So taking a look at this box plot in our data here, it seems to show us that most of our roller coasters, our newer roller coasters, have a higher top speed. So that is the difference between the older, recent, and newer roller coasters. So let's take a look at, now as I'm doing this, I'm just noticing that if we take a look at this top speed here, it's missing. So let's see actually how many samples we are using in this. So it shows us there are 29. So let's say I remove the age group, and let's see how many total do I have in my account. We actually have 146 we are using. We don't have the total 157. So let me place that back on the y-axis, the age. So some of these, it seems like they're missing their top speed. All right, so let's go to answer that next investigative question on whether the type of material make a difference in speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag type, and I'm going to place it in the middle. And if you notice, it changes the color of your graph or of your points. And we see that wooden represents pink and steel roller coasters are green. And if we're looking, we see that for older, I really can't say for older roller coasters that, you know, the material made a difference. It seems like they're all there clustered together. And the same for recent. Now, we see for newer roller coasters that we don't have as many wooden ones. We have more steel. So we're going to say it doesn't make a difference for older and recent roller coasters, but it do make a difference for the newer roller coasters. All right, now if you were going to ride a roller coaster that was built before 1980, what would you expect for a typical top speed? So if we're looking here, our typical top speed would be, what does that say? I'm sorry, 50, pretty much a top speed of 50. That would be a typical top speed for roller coasters in 1980 or below. So that is what we're looking at here with being able to separate those. Now let me add in another roller coaster. So the roller coaster I'm adding in is Dragon's Run. So we're going to put this roller coaster into our data table. So let's go back to CodeApp, and we're going to put this, add it in as a new case for a newer roller coaster. So this is Dragon's Run. It is still sit down, built in 2017, and it had a top speed of 65. So I think that's enough attributes that we need to put in just to see how much this may have changed our graph. All right, so if you notice right here, this is my new roller coaster that I just created. And just based off what I said before, I don't think that it really makes it and changes. It changed the means slightly, but not too much because it actually almost falls on the mean. So not a big difference. So our original mean before we added this in was 66.05, and it moved it to 66.02. So really no big change.